Yeah, the hut's a mess right now. And what if she struggles? You know, give her a little tap on the head. Don't respond to that. I still live with my parents. I don't want to keep them up all night with my raucous lovemaking, get an earful in the morning. She only likes GMK anyway. She doesn't like gatherers. She's a gatherer herself, is the irony. She's a self-loathing gatherer. That's pretty suggestive.
Good How's it going, Mike?
Good buddy, how are you?
I'm pretty good. I can't complain. Can't complain.
It's better than
Uh,
bad.
Interesting quote. You decided to get sexy it up a little bit to this evening, huh?
I guess it's from a comedy, so
There's
it's not
some
really like
innuendo there. The only thing I could think of, it didn't ring a bell, but it sounded like something from a Kevin Smith movie.
I don't know. There's an actor in it. I don't know who it is, but Jack Black's in the movie as well. That's the one actor I do know. I always forget the name of the other guy who
Oh,
uh
is it Shallow Hal?
no, not Salho.
Orange County.
No, it's not Orange County. No.
What has Jack Black been in?
I
Not
think it's
School of Rock.
old.
That wasn't School of Rock.
No, no.
Year one. He was in
Year
that.
one. It's year one. I was
It's year
trying to
one.
think.
I've never seen year one. That's
It's in the
probably it.
beginning where they're like talking about like this girl's like hitting on this hunter, and then he's a gatherer and she's like stroking his like spear, and like that's where the suggestive line comes in because it's like once he pauses it shows her like stroking it,
Yeah,
and he
yeah,
goes
yeah.
he goes like, oh, that's suggestive. And he's like,
The
oh,
other
you know, that could be taken many ways, and then she's like doing it to two of them, and she's like, yeah, not really.
the other guy is Michael Cena, I think.
Yeah, something like I always forget his name, man.
Yes.
I always forget his
He's
name.
he's from what the heck? He's been in a bunch of stuff like
Yeah,
teen
he's been in a bunch
comedies and
of
stuff. Yeah.
comedies. Yeah, he's been
As
in
a
a lot.
nerdy kid, yeah.
Yeah, I think he was in the one with McLovin, wasn't he? Wasn't that him in one of wasn't he in one of
Yeah,
those?
he was in Super Bad,
Super
and he was
bad,
in
things like that.
that teen pregnancy movie that everyone loved.
And then the superhero one was super bad or whatever the hell it is.
Superbad's the one I was just talking about with McLovin.
No, that's I
Superhero.
meant like the one with the superheroes where they're like dressing up as superheroes. I think he's in that one too. I forget the
Kick-Ass?
name. Yeah, isn't it Kick Ass?
I don't think he's in Kick-Ass.
Isn't that
You're
him in
thinking
Kick Ass?
McLovin's in Kick-Ass.
Yes, and him. I thought he
I
was in it
don't
with the
think he's
girl.
in
And
Kick-Ass. No, I don't think he is. I could be wrong. I don't think he is. Anywho, Mikey, I see. I
did I
nailed it.
show you the cool? Did I show you the cool metal thing I got at the Comic Con I went to? I told you I went to the Comic Con, right?
Well, no, you didn't tell me about the Comic-Con. I think I saw a post in the Good Morning Korriban Discord about it.
Yeah, I got
But
your
wait, wait,
flight.
wait, 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 wait. Let's introduce ourselves first.
Look at
Let's
that.
get the preliminaries out of the way. Then you
Look
can
at that.
show us. No, not just put it away. Let's get the preliminaries
That's
out
a
of the way.
cool. That's like an old. This is a very popular Reagan
Oh,
nihilist.
just wait, Mikey. Wait.
I don't want to wait. I don't want to
Be
wait.
patient. My
Well, there is
goodness.
stuff.
We have all evening, buddy. We're gonna be here 3 hours. Don't worry about it.
Oh, I gotta get up. I'm driving to Pennsylvania tomorrow. There's no way in hell you keep
Anyway,
me up.
let's introduce ourselves and then we can talk, Mike. So the people know so anyone who wants to figure out what we're doing here, they know. We're the Good Morning Korriban podcast, Mike. This a Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes podcast, right?
Yeah, I mean, if you're listening 112 episodes now,
This is
if you're
112, but this could be some little guy's first taste of Good Morning Korriban.
right,
Make sure it's a
I
good
was
one,
gonna,
right?
I was gonna say, welcome. If this is your first time listener,
Exactly.
we've been trying to expand, and I
Yeah.
did
How are we ever
mention
going
in
to
the
grow our audience if you're over there being an asshole all the time? Come
well,
on,
I did
Mike.
mention in the weekly questions that we were going to try something new with the podcast process, but we'll get into that. But like, if you are new and listening, you can find us on. You probably did find us on YouTube, or we have videos on YouTube. We have It's actually, I think it's YouTube podcast now, or it's part of YouTube Music because they did the transfers and all our
I
Google
have no
podcasts.
idea. That's your
Right.
responsibility.
And they're on Apple and we're on Spotify and we have a Discord, one of the best Discords in the game. We're on Facebook. Been trying to get back into Facebook, even though the Facebook community is not as large as it used to be with for the Star Wars Galaxy Hero stuff necessarily like it used to be.
Yeah.
And then we're also on Reddit, but Reddit's my weakest game, and I'm trying to figure out how to make that better because there are a lot of us
Practice, Mike, practice.
nerds
Research,
who like,
learned, study. That's how you'll get better, my friend.
yeah, it's not like I have any help from like fucking senior analyst over here.
See, that's not my job. I've had this conversation
You you
on air
have been
talent.
you have been on the general chat more, so I will give you that
I
much.
have. I've done a couple chats here or there for sure. A couple comments. No question, Mike. No question. All right, hold on. Again, I'm Sternbach. You're Mikey Blue Eyes. We're Good Morning Korriban, Star Wars Galaxy Hero podcast. You told people where we can find us. We're episode 112. And now we're going to dive right in to Star Wars. Well, okay, before we dive right into Galaxy of Heroes, now show us and explain to us your Comic-Con adventure. Now is the appropriate time.
Well, I have a friend of mine who I've done business with in the past, but he's more of a friend now. That is the Red Ranger from Time Force. His name's Jason Font, and he was in Greenville, South Carolina for a signing. And the Comic Con, the I think it's called the South Carolina Comic Con, which is I
He's
didn't
the
realize one
who? The
how
Red
big
Ranger? I've never heard of that.
the Red Ranger from Power Rangers in Red Ranger Time Force. It's like multiple timelines, but he was in
Oh,
Red Ranger Time Force,
and
and he
he's the
does
actor who played the Red Ranger?
correct.
What's his name?
Jason Font,
Oh,
and yeah, so I went there and it was really cool. I only spent $86 because I was about to drop like they had like there was this guy who made like almost original looking Star Wars weapons. I almost bought like Han Solo's blaster because I always thought that one was cool. They had stormtrooper blasters. I met shit, what did I do with the card? I met one of the stormtroopers from the 501st, I think it was.
yeah.
Chatted with him and I posted the photo on the Discord. That was me with the stormtroopers, and they were like, you could be Darth Vader, you're tall and dark looking. And I'm like, dark like is it evil? And they're like, yeah, you have a sadistic look to you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you're
Everyone knows
tall, you
that.
should be our Darth Vader. And I was like, I was thinking about it, and I was like, I don't know. They said something, but they didn't really act on it. So I was like, yeah, they're just giving me a compliment. But
They're probably always looking for someone who can play the Dark Lord, you know? I mean, there's not
right,
many tall folks running around. Like you're
right.
6'5", right, Mike? A Hulk
Six
of a
four, yeah.
man.
Six
Yeah,
four.
you know.
But like, dude, there was so much stuff I wanted to buy. Like, I mean, I saw things that like, and I was like, do not buy that. Like the hunt, like I took the card, I looked them up online. Like, I'd rather my first major Star Wars collectible purchase that's over like, because they were like the one Han Solo one was like $300 to $500, but it looked like like they had them there, like some of the ones that they were selling,
Like his, did
and
you
it
say it
was
was his blaster, Han's
yeah, you know
blaster?
Han Solo's
Yeah,
blaster with
yeah,
the
yeah.
scope and the
It's
big
sweet.
wooden
Yeah,
handle,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it
It's
had like a
sweet.
perfect replica of it, and I held it like it was weight, like it had the trigger that worked. I was like, that's kind of cool, dude. And like it was, I think that one was like almost $500. And I'm
Damn.
not doing that. I'm not dropping that here. I got to take it home. I got to carry it around for the day. I'm like, there's no. I told myself under $100, and I was running around. They had all types of collectibles and like comics, and they had all different types
Yeah.
of comics. You know, this is just a Comic
Yeah,
Con
yeah.
basically.
Comic Cons are awesome. Yeah, this you said this was the Greenville Comic Con?
Greenville, yeah, the South Carolina Comic Con, which was in Greenville, South Carolina, which is a lot bigger than I
Nice.
thought it was. I realized it was. And
Yeah.
next to his booth was one of the voice actors for the Clone Wars, which had a huge line. Um, I forget, I think it was Ahsoka, one of the Ahsoka voices. So that she was there. And I didn't get a chance to chat with her, but like it's funny seeing these voice actors because you see them in real life and you're like, oh man, like you look a little different than I expected you to look. But like it was interesting, like seeing that.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah.
William Shatner was there. He had a huge
What?
line. Yeah. He was
William
there.
Shatner was
Yeah,
there. You
he's like
keep be
90
kidding
years
me.
old or something. You know,
Oh,
he's like
I
86 years
know.
old.
It's insane. No, he's over 90. And it's
Yeah, they told me how old he
insane
was, and I was like, "What?"
how active and fit that man
He looks
is.
great.
I know.
I'm like, I thought he was like
I
70,
know.
maybe like, 80, maybe, but I would give him 70s. And they're like, no, he was like 90, 86, 90 something. Like he was up there. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's been around for almost a century.
Yeah,
And
no,
he
he
was signing
is.
autographs, laughing, standing up. I was like, dude, like he doesn't look like he's 90. Like,
All right, I'll tell you right now, Shatner was born in 1931. He's 93.
that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, 93 years old.
Right. And this year, I may have used this as a backdrop, but there was this guy selling all these metal ones, and this was like the only Old Republic one he had. And I'm like, do you have other Old Republic stuff? He goes, no. I go, not a lot of people really buy that timeline.
Oh,
That
wait, whoa, 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 whoa. Are you serious? Is that was fighting words, right, Mikey?
yeah, and I was like, they had Kylo. He had all types of stuff. He had like the Avatar, and he had everything. He said he could make them, but like like I saw that one, and I actually have had that as a screensaver before, and I probably used it as a backdrop on this podcast, I would think too. But that one was one of my more favorite ones. So when I saw it, I was like, yeah, I'm just gonna get that because this is one of my favorite photos of all time. But
Did
like I
you
said, my first major purchase is probably going to be a cool lightsaber. Like I've always liked Bane's lightsaber and
you mean the
Darth
one
Maul's.
the spear orange one?
No, 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 no. Like the tilt, like the one that they had. No, not that one. Like it's like a hooked tilt, hilt kind of one,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
it
I
looks
figured
really
that's what you
cool.
meant. I was giving you a little jab there, Mike.
I know. I decided not to engage you, but I mean, it was huge. Like I was surprised how big it was. Like it was
Yeah.
one of the bigger ones I had been to, so I was pretty impressed by it. And it was
Yeah.
fun. So, but I only
And,
spent, and I bought something else. I bought a Superman pocket watch, which it was not expensive. It was like $20, but I don't know. I used to have a really nice one, like with the moon and sundial on it. I was big into pocket watches for some reason from my youth.
when you were
Always, my grandfather had one, and I had his for a long time. So
that
it was
stint
like,
when you were a train conductor, you needed the pocket watch, right, to keep
yeah,
time.
I was a businessman. I was a 19. I was a Rockefeller and I
Back in the day. Well, that's cool. So, did you describe what your purchase was? I know you showed it for the camera, but you always have to remember, Mike, we also have an audience who just listens to us. Did you describe what you were showing everybody?
Yeah, it's a metal based, like chrome looking photo of the one with Darth Revan standing with his purple and red cross lightsabers in front of him, and he's got his little garb on, his dark side garb. If you bought the collectible of him from like EA, not EA Sports, but from GameStop,
Yeah, I have
it's
that. I
almost
have the action
yeah,
figure. It's cool.
yeah, it's got both lightsabers and the way he's standing with his arms out when it's in the package. It's kind of like that, but they're crossed, and then it's like behind him, above him is Darth Nihilus, like doing almost the Vader Force Crush hand,
Yeah.
but there's lightning coming out of it. Then it was one of my favorites, man. It's that photo's been around forever, and I've never seen it like that before. So I'm gonna frame it because I'm moving next week, by the way.
Oh, you're
And
moving.
yeah, I already talked to the architect, my buddy, who's actually his son went. I didn't know this because I hadn't talked about his son in a long time, but his son used to play. I used to give lessons for youth hockey when I had my gym in LA. But guess what he's doing, and he's nationally known for now is he's a youth basketball player. So
Nice.
that fits right into my demographics. So he's going to help me with some stuff. He's been learning a lot from to travel youth basketball stuff. So
Nice. So wait, you're moving into the gym, or you
I'm
moving
moving
into
into the property with the house on it that I'm going to build the gym on. So
so there's property, it's got a house on it, and you're gonna build a gym next to it?
yeah, I had to build it from scratch because there wasn't a lot of properties that fit what I was trying to do with my VA loan.
Mm-hmm.
And the one that had a pre-existing property, a pre-existing building, like a barn kind of on it, it wasn't. I ended up the purchase fell through, so I didn't get it. So
Ah, okay.
I'm rolling with this other one. But I'm my buddy's an architect and he's done stuff all over the world. Really, I started in LA. I met him via hockey, and he's amazing with finding cheap options and getting around city commerce stuff, and he's pretty good. So we were talking today, and it should be something that's definitely doable. So I'm pretty excited about it to finally get the
Nice.
process started. So
Nice.
yeah,
Awesome job, Mike. Good job, buddy. So
So
anyway, should we jump right in to Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes?
yeah, I mean, I guess the biggest
That's
thing
what we're here for.
I called it the crash of 2024, which is
Yeah,
like
the great
um,
crash.
like the stock market crash. It's like I
Right.
guess people weren't getting, I also thought didn't they have it where the server wasn't working too, I heard? Or
Well,
was
I
that
don't
was that
know. I don't know exactly what happened behind the scenes, but of course, we're referring to anyone who has played the game would know that there was supposed to be a territory battle that started on Monday, and what was going on was people were picking like for instance, my guild picked Rise of the Empire, and it kept, I don't know if it switched back and forth or what, but it restarted, like you would have to restart the game, it forced restarted you, and then when you came back, we were in Geonosian light side territory battle. And I guess it happened to a bunch of people. Did it happen in your guild?
not that I saw, but I really wasn't participating like I should have.
Yeah. It switched. I don't
But
know if it
I
went
also
back
heard
and
they had
forth.
really shitty rewards too, which is also fitting for the stock market crash. Because like I
Well, I
heard they were
don't, I
getting
mean, we didn't
like
get to,
very
yeah, I mean, rewards wise, I don't know, like if the rewards were effective. I mean, we didn't even got that far really, because he didn't finish a single phase of the stupid thing. But they ended up canceling the entire week of territory battle, and they said that they being the nerds at Capital Games in their ivory tower said that we would get the same rewards as a guild. Each guild would get the same rewards they got for the last territory battle. So if you were striving to upgrade your wards, you can go fuck yourself, basically.
yeah, I
Gotta wait till
mean,
next time.
yeah. Man in the Ivory Tower, by the way, great series. You should watch it if you haven't seen it. But yeah, um yeah, I didn't really participate because I guess it like I remember seeing it and I was gonna participate, but then it was gone, and then I don't remember like I don't know if I felt like I missed it, but I guess I didn't
Well,
when
it
people.
didn't even last a single phase. Like it was within
Yeah, it was
hours
like
of
less than a. Oh, it was hours.
Well,
Okay, I
within
thought it was like
hours,
half a
everyone
day.
noticed the problem,
Oh, okay.
and it was still up about a day later. And then eventually they just, I think the rewards might have paid out once. So you could like collect some, like if you'd done special missions and stuff. But
People
after
have
that, they
been
just
people were
canceled the whole
bitching about
thing.
that too. They were
Yeah,
saying like they were getting really low, like one something, or I can't. Or
yeah,
someone
I don't
they might
know.
have posted it in the questions too, because someone was mentioning it anyway in
Well,
the
in any
comments.
event, when the whole thing would have normally ended, they're gonna give you a reward that was the same as what you got during your last territory battle. So at the end of the day, not a big deal. I mean, I don't think it's a big deal in the sense like, yeah, we lost territory battle. Like, I guess there's something less to do. Some people are happy, like, shit, give me the rewards for free, basically.
Right, for us, for those of
I'm
us who
sure
don't
some
care at
people are
all.
like, hey, can you cancel territory battles every time and just give us the
Right,
rewards?
exactly.
Because it's a lot easier to get that than it is to manage all of the 50 guild members, get them to deploy and do their battles and all the right spots and all that bullshit. It can be really flippin' tricky, Michael.
I agree.
Yeah, but you wouldn't know because you're not a territory battle officer. Neither am I, but I can imagine how horrible it would be.
I mean, yeah, I probably drive a bunch of people nuts
In
with
fact, I
that.
think my guild was like, "Hey, does anybody want to be a territory battle officer? We need people." And I don't know if anyone volunteered or not. So
You need to get paid to do that now.
it's not fun.
That'd be terrible.
Yeah, it's yeah, not fun
You
at all. I can't imagine
deployed
wanting
when
to
you
do it.
were supposed to not deploy and not suck up.
Exactly. People screw up, people don't, miss their deployments, they miss their
They
platooning
just
of
want to get their
toons.
rank in, man. They just
Yeah.
deploy. They're like, fuck it, I'm deploying. Give
Yeah.
me my
It's
points. I'll jump
yeah,
5 spots.
it's hard, man.
But
It's hard because, it's just like it gets frustrating because there's only so much time. You got to do all the battles, and there's so many battles to do, especially in the first couple phases. And you
right.
just, and then you're like, okay, where am I supposed to put this stuff? Which sector should I deploy in? And all that stupid fucking bullshit. So
Well, yeah, I am going to go into my my game because I was 0 for 4 on that one level trying to win with Luke, and I finally like beat it. So
So we're
I
going
haven't
back
done
to
it.
Mikey's midlife journey.
Well, for those people who had been asking me, like, what level did you take? What level did you take this character when you probably have full stuff. I haven't checked my game since this morning, so you're gonna have to like me. But
144 all the way
so to
across.
finally beat this tier,
Yeah.
tier 5, I took him to relic 3 and I like beefed up his mods and took him a little higher. Like I got one that was like 22, I think. Yeah, I got 20 on him. I got a 16 and I got a 8 and then I got a 22. And like I know
Nice.
like I know the main stat's supposed to be health as well, but I was just trying to get speed for him. So
Actually, I think protection, we mentioned that in the last podcast, this damage was based on health, but actually it's based on his protection.
so I should have protection mods on him?
Well,
Like
there are
I
no
mean like
protection
main stat
primaries. Yeah.
in the
Protection
primary. Right.
primaries. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. In fact, I think all four of my, the square and the diamond, you can't, the primary is what it is. But for
Right.
the other four, I have all protection primaries on my.
You don't do speed on this one, you do protection?
For Luke, I think protection is more valuable.
Oh. Well, maybe I'll just change that right now. I did upgrade some mods as well. Guess what I put my Omnicron on?
Plus, I have for Luke, my arrow is 24% protection as the main stat, and I have a 23 secondary speed. So, I'm only losing 7 speed on that. It's not that big a deal.
I just trashed the protection one too because I didn't think I
Actually,
would use.
9 speed, because once you get it to 6 dot, it goes up to 32 speed. But
Yeah, I just went through all my mods because I was full and I had to delete some, and I think I might have deleted a protection one, unfortunately. I can always come back to it, I guess. Fuck, man. I just don't ever
I
think I
mean,
used them
you're
because
not really going to go wrong with a speed mod on him. I mean, that's fine. I just decided to go 100% protection all around on all four of them.
uh,
And so that's why my protection is 176,000.
what
And
is
yeah,
mine
it's
now?
Mike or it's Luke's where
Wait,
is it?
your protection is 176,000?
Yeah,
Why am I at 55 and I'm a relic 3?
because I have all protection and I have relic 9. That's why.
Relic 9?
Yes.
You're insane. You're
Mike, I have
crazy.
every single galactic legend I have is relic 9.
Oh yeah, I remember you bragging about that a few weeks ago. Look at what I did with I put an Omni on where is he?
Gungan
Calorie.
Boomadeer. Oh,
Calorie, right?
Kelleran. Yeah,
He's
he's got a
still
good
there.
one. It's a territory war
Yeah.
one, but it's still pretty good. It's
Yeah.
makes some Galactic Republic Jedi's pretty useful in territory wars.
Yeah, so I did that with him,
Yeah.
which wasn't as
I like
painful.
his go back to him. I love his Jedi robe. He's got like look at that detailing on his like collar right there. Not his collar quite, but like it's like all that
Talking
it's,
about,
fa-
wait, I have a
it's
pen.
fancy. Yeah, get the pen out. Oh, where's my I can't I couldn't find the pen, Mike. It vanishes on me.
Yeah, so you're talking about like this here, right? Like this
Yeah, look at
color.
how nice that looks. It's like a flare. It's a little detailer. Isn't that nice?
Yeah. It's funny though, because like the way he's holding his lightsabers is exactly how Revan was holding his lightsabers in the photo that I was talking about earlier, except they're different colors. But that's the stance. This is like the exact stance that he had. Oh, and he changed it. See, he changed it because I said so.
Right there, Mike. Right there. Yeah, I did
You're
it too.
you need to work on your line thickness, man. Your line's too thick. You gotta be a little
I
more detailed.
I like a nice thick line, Mike. What can I say?
Oh yeah, okay. There's no sexual or any other undertones to that.
Here, how about this? Let me. I
I do
just
like the name
changed
of
it.
this one too, because of the Buffalo Sabers, the sabered hand, but
Oh, my mouse
sabers are
sucks.
spelled. That's still pretty thick. Saber for buffalo is with the R-E. I think it's the French spelling of it. You erased it. So that's how the Buffalo Sabers are spelled because it's the
It's actually
sword.
pronounced sabre, Mike. Sabre.
The French That's French, isn't it?
No.
Sabre.
Sabre.
Not
There's
not
a
this. They
I don't
don't
know
do
if you
that.
ever watched The Office. Did you ever watch the TV show The Office?
I've seen many episodes. Yes, there's a
Yes.
lot of them.
There's a well at the end of the series, what's it called? What's
But this,
Dunder Mifflin is the paper company
right,
they work for. It
right.
gets bought by Sabre printers or whatever. And they're
Oh, it
like,
does.
what is this? Sabre? I can't pronounce Sabre. It's pretty funny. Sabre.
All right,
But
get rid of these.
yeah, the Buffalo Sabres. Anyway, Mike, yeah, so you're still working on Jedi Master Luke. Where are you at with him? So how many you've got him unlocked, obviously. What have you started farming for his ultimate yet?
Well, no, obviously here we'll go back to.
Because you unlock him and then you get like the what do you get like
I gotta
a
get past this.
picture
This
and you get it
dude, I
all.
wasted 180 fucking rupees on trying to get him to this point, just on
Yeah.
that phase. But I
And
gotta
that oh
beat.
yeah, that just gets the portrait. And then once you get the portrait, then you can get those discs to get the ultimate unlocked.
I gotta beat this how many times?
Oh, just once, I think.
No, I already beat it once, didn't I?
No, there's two of them. Yeah,
Oh, fuck it. Let's just
it's
do it.
almost the same battle. It's going to be a little bit harder, but it's
This
almost
is
the
the
same
one
battle.
where he says, "I'll see you around, kid," and he
Yeah,
he's a
it's
hologram.
like the same battle twice.
I failed you, Ben. I'm sorry. I'm sure you are. The resistance is dead. The war is over. And when I kill you, I'll have killed the last Jedi. Amazing. Every word of what you just said was wrong. The rebellion is reborn today. The war is just beginning. Dude, he's such a good voice actor. I feel like they like didn't utilize him properly in this movie. And
What are you
I
talking
will
about? He
not
was
be
awesome. He was
the
Jedi
last
Master Luke
Jedi.
Skywalker.
Yeah, he's crying about his hut and he didn't want the fucking thing to burn down. He's kind of a little bitch, to be honest. But you were right. So as I learned how to use this guy, like the more you utilize this when it's available, like
Yeah, of course.
it really does like
Yeah.
help with the battle. And whenever it's not him, I try to give it to him, right? And that's
Yeah.
what I know
Yeah. You
too.
want to give it to
Like, do
him.
you don't even want to like I don't even think that
You could do an ability block. Don't taunt with old Ben. Then Kylo's just going to
right,
crush
taunting
old
with him.
Ben.
I tried taunting with
Yeah.
him and he
Yeah.
died like at the next turn.
Yeah.
But I always stick to the rule where if I can use Anakin, then I use Anakin because Anakin is always wanting to be used. Like
Yeah.
he's
He's the
pretty.
second most powerful one. So yeah. You might want to use the well, there you go.
I'd rather
The
just bang on this little bastard, this little fucking prick.
you can also there you go. You could also, Mike, use the ability block, the AoE that Luke has. That's pretty good. Use the yeah, there you go. That should
Oh.
that there you go. You got it. Boom.
Dun,
Oh,
dun,
look at that.
dun, dun,
You
dun,
win,
dun.
and Kylo puts his lightsaber through your spirit. He goes, "No, see you around, kid."
Dun, dun, dun,
Your
dun,
force
dun.
projection, not your spirit. Though he died right away, so kind of like, spoiler alert there. For kind of was a ghost, a ghosty.
Oh, such an awesome photo. I think that's when he talks about the milk. That's right. This photo to me is right
The
before he drinks the
milk,
milk and he goes,
the green
delicious.
milk. All right, hit continue, Mike. Now, see, now you're on to the ultimate. You gotta do that
Oh,
one 10 flipping times.
well, I gotta get my rupees up there, buddy.
And I think it's the same again, I think it's the same battle. I think you just basically do the same battle again.
Oh, that's a plus.
I think it's a little bit harder,
Where's
but
Anakin? Where's Anakin at? Anakin's not in the four.
yeah, it says
There's
you'll
no
be
two.
lone Jedi Knight Anakin for the duration of this battle.
Oh, where does it say that? Oh, whoa. Oh, strategy tips. Jedi Master Luke's ability will help will be short-lived. Use them well. Oh, so it'll be short-lived. You won't be
It
able to
means
use them.
Kylo's gonna smite their asses.
How many
Smite they asses.
right? How many days do I have left on? 10 days? Oh man, I'm not even
How
gonna
much
click
have you
on that.
done? Let's
You don't
see.
want to see.
Let's see, Mike. Let's go on. Let's talk about Conquest. Oh, 50 out of 96 in Sector 1. This is why you don't have Bane unlocked.
If I do it hardcore for the next few days, I will be able to complete it in 2 days if I spend up to the 200 uh, uh
Crystals?
yeah,
The
crystal
200
limit.
crystal refresh? I don't know, Mike. It's not that easy, man. Conquest is a marathon. It's not a sprint, pal.
I've done it the last 2 times,
You
so I
got
don't
red
know.
box the last two times.
No, no, I'm talking about just I my
Got
my
through it.
goal is to get to sector 5.
Yeah.
I want to complete all the sectors is my
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Well, I mean, that's not,
I
it's an
haven't
easy goal.
purchased yeah, I haven't purchased the
Conquest
thing.
pass.
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like I'm kind of pissed off. I don't. Yeah, I do need to unlock Bane this time though, because if I don't, then
How many shards do you have again? 100 or 200 and what? Is it like 290 or 270? Let's see.
for what?
For Bane, how many shards do you have? Let's see.
Oh, oh, oh. Dun, 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 dun. While you wait. Dun, dun,
You could
dun,
just go to Sith instead of
dun,
scrolling like an
dun,
asshole.
dun, 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 dun. I'm trying to build it up, man.
270. 60 shards. So if you get a red box, you can get 30. And
There's
then you
no
can
way
buy,
in.
I think, 20 with the currency. That gives you 50 right there.
There's no way
So
in hell I'm gonna
got the
get.
conquest pass. You could probably get him this turn, but you'd have to max red box, but you're not going to do that. And honestly, Mike, this is one of the easiest conquests around. Like this conquest is simple.
Really?
Yeah, and I don't know. We had this conversation a couple weeks ago. I think when we had who's the last guest we had? It was what's his face? He's got a channel on our Discord. What's his name?
Um, um, they're in love. Why
Common
am I
Dollar.
Common Dollar? Thank you.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Common
I
Dollar
was
was
busy
saying.
drawing, so I couldn't see
I,
if they're in love.
yeah, they're in love. I think Common
I should have
Dollar. Well,
I should have put him next to the pussy Kylo, the one with the blue lightsaber. That would be even better.
but they're not even. They can't. They're not next to each other because they don't have the same galactic power. Ray
Oh,
and Supreme Leader do belong next to each other because they do love each other, Mike. You're right. It's sweet.
yeah.
But I think it might be
Like,
just like
that's
maybe
the kissy mark that she left on his man.
as I was saying, it's possible that it just might be easy enough. It feels easy to a player like me because I've kind of got everything unlocked I can get unlocked. So there's the only thing I don't really have right now is Gungans. That's it.
Are you attempting to get Gungans at
Well,
all,
yeah, but
or?
I'm not going to spend money. So as soon as they're farmable, I'll farm them, but I'm not going to spend money for those fucking guys.
I kind of want to start getting this guy up, because I feel like he can be useful in GAC and some of the other things. Because as I climb the GAC ladder, I need to get tunes that will make people's life harder.
Yeah.
I was told that Dark Trooper Moff Gideon works well with some of the
He's got his own Imperial Remnant team, the
right.
Imperial Remnant tag. Scout Trooper, him, the original Moff Gideon. There you go. Death Trooper, Dark Trooper, Storm Trooper. Yeah,
Is
it's
your
a pretty good
Stormtrooper
team.
relic?
All of them are relic, Mike. Every single last one of them.
Do you have all of them relic?
Yes. Death Trooper is relic 3, and he's the smallest. Him and Gideon are both relic 3.
Yeah, I
Actually,
mean,
my
like
Dark
those.
Trooper might be relic 3 too.
I mean, is it worth taking them higher? Like, I feel like Death
Well, I
Trooper
mean, if
is
you were going
one
to
of
be
those
big on the
guys.
raid, like these guys are all useful for the Endor raid because they're Imperial troopers too.
Remember,
So,
I spent cash on Death Trooper and I was pissed off because he never really amounted to much and he had a very specific role, but it was very short. Remember, they
yeah, he
tag
had
teamed him
this
with somebody.
the synergy with Director Krennic, which was
There
not
you
that
go.
much of a synergy at all,
No,
to be quite frank, it wasn't that fantastic. But
yeah,
yeah,
I spent
and
cash on him. I thought he was
he's
going to be a
cool. I like
badass.
him too. Like I wish he were a little bit better, but he is what he is, I guess. I don't know. He's really good if you get the Dark Trooper Moff Gideon Datacron. It's good because it turns like they'll summon a Death Trooper.
Uh,
Oh, excuse me, not Death Trooper, Dark Trooper.
Dark Trooper.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
I mean, the
summons a Dark
Dark
Trooper.
Trooper to me is kind of a bum too, if you ask me. Like, I don't know. He's
Oh, he's a badass man.
Dark
So,
Trooper?
yeah, with his punch, he just punches you in the face like 4 times.
I want to see how he does with Dark Trooper Moff Gideon. I feel like
He does
those
good,
two,
man.
those
They're
two would
good.
be good.
It's a pretty good team, the Imperial
I like
Remnant
his
team.
helmet too. I like his
It's like
shiny
a
red
crown.
helmet.
It's like a crown. I love it.
Yeah, he's got a cool Mandalorian. And it's shiny red. Like it looks kind of cool, you know.
Yeah, he's cool.
I
I
can
like
get
his
I can
outfit.
get down with it.
Yeah, I can get down with it too, Mike. I got
Why doesn't he have why doesn't he have a pistol in his holster? Is there a reason behind that?
I don't know, because he
See
uses
it?
that
Or
Beskar staff. That's
is
why.
that just his pouch? Or that looks like a
No,
pistol.
I think there's a pistol. He just I don't think he uses it.
Or maybe that's where he put the dark sword that got stolen from him.
Maybe. I think no, I think it was just a pistol. I think that's just for a pistol.
What the fuck is it?
Mike, I don't know. He lost it in combat. What do you want me to tell you?
I'm
It's
looking at
not
his belt
there.
though. Crooked. That's shitty for us military personnel. Look at how crooked his fucking belt is, you nasty motherfucker. Your belt's not even straight.
Yeah,
Oh,
he needs an inspection. He needs Vader to come down and
yeah.
inspect his uniform.
What the hell?
Son of a bitch. He needs to fucking get his shit
Some
squared
bitch.
away. He's probably got Irish pennants all over his uniform too, right,
No,
Mike?
he definitely has Irish pennants in those little like you see the like look at the nooks right here.
Yeah.
Oh shit, I mean like he's probably got like Irish pennants in those little nooks,
Yeah, he
definitely,
probably
right?
does.
Right?
We need
I
to
can imagine that.
give him to get the inspection going for sure, for sure. So, Mike, there is one other thing, and maybe there's other things you want to talk about. There's one other thing I thought would be interesting to chat about this week. Let me share my screen.
Ruh-roh. Now
And
what?
no, it's nothing bad, Mike. Don't worry about it, pal. I
Is
just
it
want
grinding your gears?
No, it's not grinding my gears. I just recognized it or noticed it and I was like, wait, what? It's not
How did you zoom in on your screen like that? It looks like
how did I do what?
it looks like it's zoomed in
It's
like you're
because I use an
zoomed in.
iPad. It's because I'm on an iPad, not a phone. So yeah, that's why it looks a little zoomed in like that. I need
How
to
do you get two
spend
different colors on your message board too? Go back to the main screen.
that I don't know. That's what my
How
guild
do you
did
get
that.
yellow and purple like that?
My guild did that. I don't know. You have to ask those assholes. No
Oh,
idea.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But let me just I have to spend some of this energy before it maxes out here. There's my short. I'm working on my shore trooper next. I want to get him relic
You don't
next.
even have them relic.
And he's my next one, Michael. I've
I find it so
decided
funny you have that hyperspace bundle or whatever it is.
it won't go away. Uh, Makes me think, are you sure you didn't buy it one day on accident? Because I don't know how you got rid of it because I still have it for sale. I can
I
still buy
probably did buy it at one point. It used to be a hundred.
Look
It
at
used to be $100 too.
yeah,
It's
it's
only
50
50 now.
bucks now. Yeah, I
Oh, it
can't.
does say 50% off.
Yeah, 50% off. But anyway, my next mission or the next goal in this game is I want to get, God damn it, I want to get all of my dark side tunes to relic. And really, I only have a handful of Empire tunes. Like, uh,
Night
can I
sister.
can I find? I was gonna do some
How
monkeying
do you not have
around.
your Night Sister zombie relic? Don't you use
Well,
Night Sister?
I don't want, I'm not sure. She's the only one. I'm not even sure I want a relic because, it's good to have a paper zombie, as they say, right? Because the more she dies, the better. Like she powers up
With the
everybody
taunts or
else.
whatever?
Yeah, well, not the taunts, but like, every time a zombie gets or a night sister gets resurrected, uh, uh, what's her face? Old Daka gains health, max health stacking, and
Oh, yeah, that's
um,
right.
and then what's her name? Asajj gets max, I think, damage stacking. So I don't know if I want to. She might be the only one I might change my mind, but I definitely want to get everybody else up to relic. So as you can see, if I could find my stupid pointer, which always vanishes on me. If you can see though, Mike, all I really have is Night Sisters and Tuskens left, and a couple odd random Empire guys like Shore Trooper, Imperial Probe Droid, Gar Saxon, Super Commando, Magma, and Snow Trooper. And then, of course, this IG-86 Sentinel droid. I mean, talk about this poor guy. He's kind of been left behind. Remember him? He was awesome back in the day.
I never used them. I don't even know if I
Yeah.
have them through 12 to be honest. But I
Yeah.
think I have Gar and Imperial uh at Relic. Pretty sure I do.
So that's it. Those are the only ones I don't have relic. These guys right here. Tuskens, a couple Empire, and some Night Sisters. So that's my next goal, but that's not really what I wanted to talk about. What I really wanted to talk about was we didn't notice in our last podcast. In the interim, I did notice that. Did you see Gungan Phalanx, what his Omicron is?
What?
It is an
Let me the hell?
Omicron for galactic challenges.
Oh, nice. Galactic challenges would be
Galactic challenge. Mike, tell me what a galactic challenge is, Mike. Oh, I
well, it's
found
not
it.
gas.
I found it.
Galactic challenges,
Galactic challenges. What is a galactic challenge? I found my pen.
I feel like it's something I used to use that I no longer participate in anymore. Right? Isn't it like
Galactic
some like
challenges are those things that we get every, I don't know, third
oh
day
that's
or
right.
so.
The right
They're
when you
usually
gotta
in the
go and
events. We don't have any
right,
active right now, and that's how you typically get Omicrons.
right.
And and yeah, you have to get the red crate, and you get like 3 days to beat it. And there's like
It's on a planet
four
usually.
feats you have to get, like, win the battle without losing a tune, win the battle with an undersized
Right,
squad, win the
right.
battle with a full squad of
Well, it's usually
whatever.
a full squad it'll be a
Yeah.
full squad of Gungans now because Gungans is
Well, here's
the
the
hot.
thing that so this is the $1 million question. This is the first, I believe this is the first, and I've never heard of a Galactic Challenge Omicron before. We've had Conquest Omicrons. I think it's just maybe the Old Republic droid. He might be, it might be the only one that has a Conquest Omicron. He's definitely the first one to have a Galactic Challenge Omicron. So the question becomes, as you may know, like for any particular faction, it's random, right? Whichever faction gets a bonus.
Hmm.
So it's like, like today it's Sith, and next time it might be Jedi, and then it could be Empire, and then it could be Resistance, and then First Order, and then Tuskens, and then Bounty Hunters, and then Scoundrels, and then so I mean, Gungans aren't going to come around but once every like 15 or 20 times, right?
Right.
So why on earth would anyone use this Omicron if it's only going to roll around and be useful one out of every 20? Let's just say 10. Just make it 10. One out of every 10 galactic challenges.
Or maybe they want more Omnicrons.
But it wouldn't matter because it's only going to be useful one out of 10. And that's probably
No, but
being
like you can
generous.
use it to get more, can't you?
No, the max you can get is two. Currently, the max you can get is two. And you usually
Uh-huh.
don't even have to use, you don't have to get a red crate to get two. You can get like, I don't remember what crate you can get, but you can get like, basically if you max out on three of the four feats, you'll get two Omicrons.
Oh, sorry.
So,
I don't know. I
well,
don't know the
here,
answer to that
I don't
question.
know
I
the
was
answer
more
either
curious as to why your Hondo relic had a white
because he's neutral.
fucking.
He's the only neutral character in the game.
Really?
Mike, where have you been?
I haven't reliced him fucking. I don't use him
I
ever.
understand, but hold on. We'll get to Hondo in a minute. I'll explain that to you. So here's my theory on this. I think galactic challenges are going to get an additional tier of difficulty and get bonus Omicrons, and it's going to be 100% by using Gungans. What do you think about that?
That sounds about right because I won't
I,
have it. I won't have it until they stop doing that.
I'll bet that there will be like a mythic tier to galactic challenges, and it's going to be the same every time, and it's going to be only beatable by a full team of Gungans. It's going to be hard as fuck, but you'll probably get like a bonus one or two Omicrons. That's the only way they could possibly make it worthwhile.
That sounds
Or
like
or
that
they'll
sounds
make
about right.
yeah, or they'll just make it in general hard as shit, and Gungans might be the only team that can beat it. I don't know, but yeah. it seems to me that we have massive changes coming to galactic challenges if they've introduced an Omicron for galactic challenges. Because right now the galactic challenge is like once a week. It comes around maybe once, maybe twice a week at max. And like I said, Gungans or any particular faction only hits once every 10 or so galactic challenges, you know? So in order for this thing for anyone to use this thing, they're gonna have to make some changes. That's my theory. Mike, what's yours?
I mean, yeah, that sounds like the most uncomfortable version of what I would want. So yes, I agree. They won't add an extra tier to the light side, dark side battles, but they'll fucking add Gungans to the Galactic Challenge. It sounds about right.
I think that does sound right, Mike. I think that does sound right. Real quick,
I feel like I'm in the Matrix where it's like that sounds like what does Morpheus say? That sounds exactly like the thinking of a machine to me.
that's right. That's exactly right.
So
Here I am in my conquest, Mike, just for comparison. About halfway through Sector 3. I think maybe a little, yeah, I'm past halfway through, so I'm getting close to the end here. And then I've got two sectors left. And I've gotta get my red cray. It's not gonna be too hard. I mean, we're not even
how are you
halfway
on the
through yet.
how are you on the feats for the sectors one and
Yeah,
two?
they'll be fine. For sectors 1 and 2, I mean, they're so easy. Like, look at the feats for sector 1. I've got 1 out of 4. I'll
Yeah,
gain
I've
secret
I've
intel.
actually
That's
done the
easy.
Jedi.
Gain defense up is easy. Armor shred is easy. I just got to go back and do some battles. That's no problem. And then in sector 2, they're so easy. They're all so easy, Mike. Sector 2 feats. I'm at 1 out of 4. I got these health steal up 60 times. I got to evade 100 attacks. I'm 60 out of 100. Plague 400 times. I'm 162 out of 400. Just got to use some Night Sisters. And then when I use Night Sisters, I'm not going to have any attackers, so I'll get some wins there. And then I'll just use, again, here's where Jedi Master Luke comes in handy because guess what? He's not an attacker. So he might be the only Galactic Legend who's not an attacker. So he's great to use with a team of Jedis. Like you can use him with Yoda, Grandmaster Yoda, Hermit Yoda, Shock T, and like Old Ben or something. That's 5 Jedis who are not attackers, and you can still kick some ass because you got Luke.
Yeah, I don't have his ultimate yet. I've tried that last time and I didn't do so well, but of course I don't think he was relic. I think he was gear 12. So I'm gonna have to try
Mm-hmm.
with the relic.
Yep.
But
And then the sector 3 feats.
I did a different lead and it was a better outcome than when he was in the lead, by the way.
Hmm.
If for those who don't have him who have not unlocked his ultimate and want to use him in Conquest, I didn't when he wasn't in the lead, the team did better than when he was.
Huh. Weird. Well, anyway, so sector 3 feats, as you can see, I've got only 54 more purges to get. That's easy with Inquisitors. I did so that 548 out of 1,000 momentum, that was with 2 battles of Tuscans, just 2. So it's another easy feat to get gain dot or foresight 300 times. Just use the 2 Yodas. And if you want, you can use that deployable cooling systems. They can keep constantly getting foresight. And then I'll defeat the droid units in the last battle. When I'm fighting the droids, I'll use my General Grievous. He's going to get like a million kills, and I'll get that one no problem. So, and I don't remember what Sector 4 and 5 are. They're not unlocked yet, but I'm almost there, Mike. This is an easy peasy, lemon squeezy conquest.
You can go over it next week when we talk about it.
Yeah, I
When
mean, next week
I'll
I'll
be in
probably
my
have it
new
red
home
boxed.
and I gotta
You'll be
transfer
what?
that internet. I haven't transferred the internet yet. I just got the finalization of the house, so I haven't really transferred any of the services over yet, which I probably should do earlier next week. But I should be recording from if we do it next Thursday from the new home, which should be
And you're going to
interesting.
be still in North Carolina, Mike?
Yeah, I'm in the Charlotte area still.
Still in Charlotte.
So
Nice. Very nice. Did the Hurricanes make the playoffs? Is it regular season
oh
over
yeah,
yet?
the Hurricanes are playing the Islanders. The
Oof.
regular season ended yesterday, I think.
I knew it's over soon. Today is the 18th of April, of course. Thursday as we
Right.
record. So for our faithful listeners who are listening to us. And
The last week of the season used to be the first week of April. Because I remember the last Sabres home game was always around my mom's birthday, and it was
no,
beginning of April. So
not
my
anymore,
mom
Mike.
hated
Not
going to games.
anymore. Things change.
No,
So,
the NBA already started their playoff playthroughs,
well,
which is
yeah, they
interesting
have the play-in
because they
tournament.
used to start after the NHL. They used to always start 2 weeks after the NHL,
Yeah, yeah, they did. You're right.
but now their schedule is different. So,
Everything changes, Mike. Well, Mike, that's all I got, I think, this week for Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. I can't think of anything else that's interesting to chat about.
all right.
Yeah,
Well, we can
everything
do
else
the
is
weekly
just
questions if you wish.
ticking. Yeah, it's probably time to move on to weekly questions. I know you were whining about having to drive somewhere tomorrow, so don't want to keep you up too late,
Whining,
buddy.
having to. Well, you probably won't get the fucking podcast sent to me till Sunday. So,
Well, it just depends on what you did to the settings. Oh, we were going to talk about Hondo Onaka. Yeah, so real quick, see there's a neutral tag, Mike.
mm,
You see that right there, buddy?
yeah, I see it. You checked it.
Neutral. Check.
You just wanted to use the. Okay.
And if you confirm that, there's only one guy,
Why is there only
Hondo
one
Onaka.
guy?
There he is. He is, if you can read right here, Mike, I'll show you. He is neutral.
Who do you think the
Neutral.
next neutral guy will be?
Well, a lot of people
Or girl?
suggest, and I tend to agree, why isn't Wampa neutral? I mean, Wampa should probably be neutral.
Wampa's bad though.
Why is Wampa bad? He's a predator. He's an animal. He wants to eat.
Who tried to kill the good guy?
Yeah, because he was right in his face. That's
He's
why.
bad.
It would have
That
he
makes
would
him
have tried to
bad.
eat Darth Vader just as much as he would have tried to eat Luke.
All right. Well, let's do these questions so we can get
So
this over
anyway,
with.
Hondo's been around for a while. He's been neutral. That's old news, Mike. And I never used the guy either. I got him to Relic 5 just because I needed it for was it Afra? I
He
think
looks like a
Afra.
really old lady who's been out in the sun too much.
I think it's Dr. Afra who has, yeah, Hondo Onaka is a requirement for Dr. Afra. So you must not have Afra unlocked, right, Mike?
No.
No. Okay. All right. What are our weekly questions, buddy? What do we got? Do we have any? Did you get the
Silly. That's
question out in time? My
a
goodness.
silly statement. Yeah, if you want me to screen share, I'll read it.
It's all you, pal. All you.
Um, um so I have to start with this because I missed one of the comments on my Facebook, which
Yeah.
was there was I don't know when this question was, the last minute one where it's anything you want.
Yeah.
That was like 3 weeks ago, but we actually had comments, and one of them was, can CG come up with a reward system from officers in the game? Give us a gift crate or a calendar every month for keeping their game running. If you're worried about exploiting the rewards, limit a guild to 10
Hmm.
officers or something. Pay us.
Hmm.
Interesting.
That is an interesting concept. And we were just talking about how much of a pain in the ass it is to be an officer. That I guess would make it worth something.
Right, exactly.
Because right now
Next,
there's
next,
no incentive, really.
no, there's not. I mean, you can gift now in the game, but now
All right.
you can't, you know.
All
So
right.
I guess it could be along those lines.
I mean, I guess they're
And
worried
then,
that a guild will make all 50 people officers and then they'll all get it, but
right.
uh yeah. Though I don't know, if you were an officer and you were doing the work, would you really want the dude who you're fucking having to chase around and deploy, giving him the same rewards? You might not want to do that. You might be like, fuck
Well,
no.
because we're selfish as fuck. Anyway, Daniel Morgan made that statement. Then we got Brian Sally said it's time for more accessible cam shards. Eventually, we'll see a GL son, GL daughter, and GL father, potentially Abeloth as well. Who's Abeloth? Abeloth?
I
Yeah.
have no idea what he's talking about.
GL father will be a neutral GL with a PC client. I suspect skins are next for the characters. Sidious needs a better army.
What is Sidious's Omicron? I forget.
That's the one where
No,
you can
that's his data.
solo. You
That's
can
his Datacron.
fucking oh, I don't
We're
know.
talking about his Omicron. I think it's a territory war Omicron.
Uh,
It is while in territory wars, if all allies are Sith at the start of battle. So basically, it contradicts what is now what his Datacron is. Whatever. Other Sith gain max health equal to half of his potency until he's defeated, excluding Galactic Legends. When he uses demoralizing blows, the cooldown is reduced by 1 for each other Sith ally, and he gains 50 speed stacking for 4 turns. Yeah,
okay,
yeah, not the best. I kind of agree.
right. GL's son. I don't know who the hell that is. GL daughter? Is that Cam's daughter?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
I'll have to look that up. Um, Spencer Ziegler said, bulk Bronzium pack opening every day, every forum. We'll never stop asking. We won't be silenced.
Yeah, that's not a bad
Uh,
idea. I hate the Bronzium packs
he
just for
said
that
hot
reason.
utilities, dude. I don't know what that means, but Paul Hammett said, how about a bulk quote unquote unequipped button for mods? It's frustrating when trying to sell mods and you can't because it's assigned to a character. Valid.
All these people
Well,
posted on our Discord or on our where did they
Facebook,
post?
yeah.
On our Facebook. Wow.
Eddie
That's
Wright said, could they make the Cairo walls a bit less? I mean, I need 3 for Radis on the same gear level, and he's only gear 10 going on gear 11. I mean, come on, CG.
well, they
Like,
need
honestly, I had a lot of repeating gear for fucking Luke to get him relic. That was annoying as fuck for this to level him up.
the thing about the game is there's always going to be some gear wall. It doesn't matter what it is. Before it
He
used to
could make it
be
easier because there's so many.
no, you can't say no. I don't think they can though. That's the thing. Like, remember they used to have like the stun gun kind of gear wall and all that shit, and then they loosened that, so now it's a lot easier to
Well,
get
yeah, because
that gear.
you get harder gear to get, right?
Yeah,
Doesn't
but they just add different gear walls. And here's the problem. If they got rid of the gear wall, let's just say they said, oh yeah, all right, we're gonna let you get it's gonna make it super easy to get gears. Everyone's gonna max out everything and people get bored with the game and they'll quit. I mean, the reason that people keep playing this game, one of the reasons, is because they have a mountain to climb. They have to keep trying. Oh, I got to work and get all this stuff. And it's like some sense of accomplishment and work that they have to put into it. If it's too easy and everyone gets everything, they'll get bored with it eventually and they'll quit.
Yeah, well, I think he just more wanted the answer like, yeah, fuck CG instead of your
Well,
rationalized
that's not the smart
making
answer.
sense out of things.
The smart answer is
Get
for
out
the
of
health of
here.
the
I
game,
agree,
there
Eddie.
has to
Come
be
on,
gear walls.
CG.
There
Fucking
has
idiot.
to be gear
What
walls in
kind of
order for the
fucking
health of the game.
explanation? That's a big paywall. All right, Timothy, I'm gonna say Herbert because I'm saying
Hey
with his friend.
Bear. Yeah, Hey
Um,
Bear.
BT1 is my favorite little menacing game. Change my mind.
All right, I don't need to. Are you sure these are real people? Somehow I feel like are these people like AI? Is AI messing with us,
Think that I
Michael?
created characters just to.
I don't know. Robert
Robert
Vostry.
Lostry said, "How much longer do you give this game? When are we getting Babu Frick?"
I think the game is pretty healthy. I don't think the game is going to go anywhere. 10-year anniversary this year, Mike. No, next year. 10-year anniversary next
Is
year.
it the 10-year anniversary?
2020. Yeah, it
What's
came
this
out
one?
in
Oh,
October of 2015. So yeah, 10 years will be 2025. I think it'll go at least 10.
Bones. She said, "Come on, Mike." Typical Sturmbach with his bullshit, not wanting to wait. Um, and then we had 2 comments. Bones commented that on the Facebook one that I can't open. Where the hell is the under? He basically said that we're the best podcast except for Three Scoundrels, obviously, because he's
Bones said
partially.
that?
Yeah, on our
Uh,
Facebook page. I can't open
what a
Facebook
nice
right now
guy.
because I have to reset my phone to end it glitching. I don't know why it's doing that lately, but whenever I have
Because
my
Mikey,
fold open,
Mikey, you understand the theme here. You keep saying, "Oh, I don't know what's going on with my Facebook. I don't understand what's going on with my phone." And then the damn link for the upload gets all messed up, and you blame me. It's you, Mike. The problem is you.
So this question this week is, hello there, holo tablers. Sturm and the Mikey Blue Eyes are
The
back
Mikey Blue Eyes.
for another installment of GMK, the 112th. They wanted to know, what do you think of the quote unquote crash of 2024? We already covered that. We have covered it, but we haven't.
Did
Did
it
it
affect
affect
you?
you?
Sure did.
Did it make you feel any more unsafe or untrustworthy of SWGOH than you already do? Let us know. GMK also has good news to report about SWOGs, and a one Dickie Darkside.
Well, yeah, what's
Mikey,
that? You didn't say anything about that. What are you talking about?
Mikey's journey with midlife crisis, single dad, separated, living in a hut down by the river. Luke. Why are the names getting longer, like the
Living in a
descriptions of
hut.
the specials for Toons? And GMK's potential for a new way to broadcast and bring the show to the people. Any other comments, questions, concerns, general life questions, or other Star Wars related tomfuckery is always welcome. Praying hands emoji. We are a multi-functioning podcast. Speak, people. So Dickie Darkside, in a DM to me, basically said that he found out that we mentioned him in the last podcast by friends of his who still play the game. He no longer plays the game.
Wait, who doesn't play the game?
Dickie Darkside. Remember
Oh,
Dickie
Dickie. Oh, oh,
Darkside?
oh, oh. I thought you were talking about Vlad Sonder for a minute. Okay.
No, no,
No,
the,
Dickie
the,
Darkside. Yeah, yeah.
the creator of SWOGs. And
Yeah.
he said that he would be blessed to have us take over the SWOGs annual giveaways. He also said, I asked him if he would be a guest, and he'd be like, sure. He no longer plays the game. He quit about a year ago, which is right around the time he dropped off by a year and a half ago. I did notice that.
Are you
He is
trying to
still living.
suggest that our failure to podcast caused him to quit? Is that what you're
He is,
saying, Mike? It's
he is
bullshit.
maybe. He is still living in Canada, and his brother is dating a girl from Buffalo, and she's trying to get him to move down there.
Down to
So curious
Buffalo.
about that. He's still a Bruins fan.
Mm.
And yeah, so he says hello to all of us. But yeah, he says if we wish to do that, then we can. I have an idea for how we could like increase the voting, and maybe have a panel of people we know that are in the game, like bloggers,
Monkeys.
other like make it official, right? Like maybe even
Yeah.
like I have ideas. So I
I'm
now
down like a
that
clown.
we have
Let's
that.
hear your, well, we don't have to do this tonight, but let's hear your ideas, Mike. Let's get this project off the ground, pal.
Right, right. And it involves other podcasters and involves other
Yeah.
bloggers that we have known over the years. So it's I have ideas.
All the
I
senior
think we could,
analysts in the world need to get together and figure this shit out.
yeah, I think we could do it good. But Vlad Sanders said the crash of 2024, those reports sucked. A single credit. He's the one that talked about it. I do hope that they come back around and give us the rewards we earned from previous attempts at the T battle. They said they would. Have either of you watched the new Fallout show on Amazon Prime, and what are your thoughts? I saw it. I saw it the other day, but I haven't watched it yet. So no. If it's based off of Fallout 4, which was probably one of my favorite ones, or 3,
It is based
the
on the
one.
video game, right?
Well, I don't know. I haven't watched it yet. There's been several Fallouts. My favorite one was the one that was based in DC. That was 3 or 4. I can't remember. 4 maybe, where DC got hit by a nuclear weapon, a bomb or whatever. But that was my favorite one. There was a Vegas one. I didn't really get into that one. The second one was in, oh shit, I don't even remember where the other two were. But my favorite one was definitely the DC one, which was 3, I think. So I don't know. I don't have an answer for that. Have you watched the show yet?
No, I don't. Fallout. I don't really know much about Fallout. I've never played the video games.
No,
Um,
the game I played was awesome. It was really fun. It's
and
one said the games that the Skyrim guys and all them,
yeah,
same company. So
yeah. I wouldn't be opposed to watching the show, even though I haven't played the games. I haven't I saw, I think, like not, I didn't even see a trailer for it. I just saw
yeah,
like a
the
a,
photo.
yeah, photo for it. So I
The
said, "Oh,
photo
Fallout,
looks
the
like
game."
the cover. Yeah, the photo
Yeah,
looks
of
like
the
the
video
cover
game.
for the game.
Yeah.
So
So I might check it out, but I haven't done it yet.
yeah, I definitely want to do it. I also need to watch Halo. The Halo series came out a while ago, and I haven't watched those yet. I was a big Halo fan back in the day on Xbox.
Yeah, I
So
never liked
I
Halo,
I,
so I
I have
don't think I'll
not seen
watch
that
it.
series. I have not seen that series yet either. I need to watch that as well. So those are
Okay.
two video game series.
Raj.
Imagine if they did a Mass Effect fucking series. That video game was awesome. I couldn't even imagine that. Anyway, Mass Effect, one of my favorite games of all time. Why does it always feel like the last gear shard you need to take a tune to Relic is always the one that takes the longest to earn? Well, because that's the last man standing theory, right? It's the most fresh. I'm going
Right.
through it with Luke, so I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I
but
think that's just psychology. I think you're right.
yeah, and then he had more of a request. Could you review my roster and tell me what I should work on? I've got the Journey tunes I know I need, but whom else should I start taking Relic? We can look
Hmm.
at it real quick, I'm
Let's
sure.
see. Okay.
I'm making ads. I hate ads.
Let's see. All right. All right.
I like a nice Gungan team, or maybe it's Bounty Hunters. Bounty
Gungan
Hunters would
team.
be
Why on
good.
earth would you want a Gungan
No,
team?
I'm sorry. Not Gungan. Genosian. Genosian. They can be
Oh, he
annoying.
could work on Genosians. It
Your Darth
looks
Nihilus being
like
Gear 12 is unacceptable.
it looks like he has a lot of tunes he needs to take to Relic. Does he have any Galactic Legends? I don't think I saw any.
I don't. Let's see. We can
He's
look
got a
that up.
Relic 8
Maybe.
Revan and a Relic 5
Can we look that up
Darth
somehow?
Revan. Does he have First Order? Let's see what his First Order teams look like.
You want to see his first order teams?
Yeah, let's see.
Oh yeah, he isn't. That's one of the easier ones to get is Kylo, right?
Yeah, it is, but he's got a lot of work.
Mm.
Does he have? Yeah, okay, he's got. I mean, well, it's tough. So there's always the two kind of trains of thought. Like, do you want to play the game as a game, or do you want to go after the things you like and are fun, or do you want to go for the things that are going to make you the most competitive? And so, if you want to go for the things that are going to make you the most competitive, he should be charting a course for his first Galactic Legend. And
He's
I would,
definitely closer to Kylo, obviously, looking
yeah.
at resistance than he
And
is.
partly because of my bias, and partly because he's probably one of the easiest to get, I would always push him to get Supreme Leader Kylo Ren. I don't think
Yeah,
he's
even his
close.
like
Yeah,
look at his bounty hunters. He needs
yeah. Or is he
yeah.
looking for just like maybe he feels he's so far away from a Galactic
He
Legend, but
could
like
get Kylo in a few months, judging by the
he's got some
roster.
decent Sith characters. He's got some decent like Galactic Republic and Jedi. Like, is he
So
looking for
here, how
just like a
about
solid team, or is he looking for part of it's got to just be like he's got to tell us like what are his goals? If he can tell us what his goals are and what he's shooting for, then we can kind of guide this youngster along and get him to the place he needs to be, right, Mike?
yeah, I agree. I mean, like I'm looking to see if he could get life support, but I don't know if he has. I mean, he's got pretty much every. You don't need Sith Marauder for life support, right?
No, you need
Yeah.
him for Sith Eternal.
Right.
Yeah, not life support. Wait, life support or
Life support is Sith Eternal.
oh yeah,
You
yeah.
need
You do
speed.
need
You
him.
need
You do
speed.
need him. You need
Okay.
Marauder for him.
So
Yeah,
he needs to work on that, and then the Sith
yeah,
Trooper, obviously.
yeah. All your
Yeah, I mean, I would say for him, if you know, I agree, he needs to, you know, what does he want to do in game? But if he's looking for his first Galactic Legend, then obviously, you know, all he's got. Well, I mean, he's got a couple Sith Trooper. Ooh, he's got 2-star. Yeah, I don't know, man.
actually, never mind. Sith Marauder is not one. Oh no, yeah, he is a requirement. I thought he was Relic 7. Sith Marauder.
I
Yeah,
mean, if
Galactic
he's got
Legends are hard, hard as
If
shit,
he's got
man.
Darth Traya of Relic 3, he should
He,
definitely take
Nihilus
his
and
his
uh,
Nihilus and his Scion
Zion.
to Relic.
Get those guys Relic, so you got
Yeah.
that team cranking. Yeah, no, I agree with that.
And then does he
And
have Jedi?
Nihilus and
What about his
Cyan are
Jedi Knight Revan?
also, I think Nihilus and Cyan are also required. Are they not for C? No, maybe they're not.
Yeah, his Jedi Knight Revan's Relic 8, so maybe take someone like Zalbar and
Oh,
take
I would
some of
do
those.
no. He should work on a Jedi team, not an old Republic. Old Republic team is kind of, I think, passed the game by.
You think so?
I
Even
think
for
so. Well, I
lower
mean, he
level play?
maybe where he's at, it might still be
Malik,
viable.
I mean not Malik, Darth Revan is in, but his Darth Revan's Relic as well, which
Yeah.
um
Well,
here, where's the Jedi?
he needs to tell us what his goals are, and then we can help him out some more. Let's move on to the next question, Mike, because our time is running short.
Oh, okay, buddy. Let's get back to it
Unless
then.
you want to keep going. I mean, you're the one who's bitching about getting
No,
off.
no, no. There's only one other question. So,
Okay.
but Darth Big Dog. I wish TB would crash every time it runs during Conquest. I don't want to slack off Conquest and hurt my guild, and I don't want to blow off Conquest and get behind on Omni and character unlocks. So this week is normally a miserable slog. Hell, they could give me half the rewards for missing TB and I'd be happy. At least this week I have a life and I haven't screwed over my guild by not pulling my weight in TB. What do you think about the story in Forbes that Disney hasn't made enough profit from the movies to pay back the purchase of Lucasfilms? Doesn't even count the 800 million they wasted on the Galactic Star Cruiser Hotel, or the 1 billion each they spent on the Galactic Edge attractions. Think this will do in Kathleen Kennedy? I mean, I hope so. I didn't realize they spent that much on those hotels. Is that true? Oh
Well,
man, really?
they spent, I don't know, those Galactic Star Cruiser hotels were a bust, but I think they're coming back. The reason they were a bust is they were so overpriced. Like, they were ridiculously overpriced. It cost you like $5,000 to spend a weekend in the hotel or something. It was, or, I don't,
Really?
yeah, just like to spend 2 days there, like for a
Did
family
you
of
check
four.
that out? Like, is that confirmed? Like you were thinking about doing it?
Yeah, I looked into it and I was like, oh
Oh,
my God, how can you afford that? I can't afford like what a waste of money. And eventually
oh,
they ran out of people. No one wanted to pay that much. It was something like that, like 5 or 6. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was some ridiculous amount of money. And but they're gonna relaunch them and they'll eventually make the money. And the Galaxy Edges are as far as I know, is they're successful. Like they've made a ton of money off those. And as far as the movies go, I mean, they were all profitable. I think every single movie was profitable. I guess maybe they weren't profitable enough. They paid, was it 4 billion, $5 billion for the rights to Lucasfilms? I mean, that's a lot of money to kind of earn back.
might
It's
have
going to take
been
time.
more. It might have
Eh,
been more than that, actually.
yeah, I don't know. But either way, I mean, they're in it for the long haul. I mean, Star Wars is going to be around for quite a while, and they're cranking out new shit all the time. I'm pretty sure eventually they're going to make their money back, and I'm pretty sure eventually it's going to be profitable. And
Okay.
It's
You're
not like Kathleen
you're kind of
Kennedy.
sucking off Kathleen Kennedy and Kylo and the shitty movies that you guys actually produced
They
that could have
were
made
amazing
two or
movies,
three
Mike.
times more if they would have been done right.
Oh
Um,
God, here we go.
I do think that I agree with Darth Big Dog when. So to finish my thought, basically, what was I talking about? Kathleen Kennedy sucks, and people like you, allow this franchise to suffer. So we can talk all day about George Lucas and his vision, and he created the whole fucking Star Wars concept, and that was fucking what 1970 something. Like that was literally like 50 years ago.
So if
So
anybody is hurting the Star Wars franchise, it's fans like you, Mikey.
no, because
It's
how many
fans
stories do you need to
like
tell about
you.
Anakin and his son and the daughter and the like? You were done with these assholes. Like I'm done. Like there's so many better storylines that Disney can make a ton of money off of that has a fan base. And your Rule of Two, great. What if we did a prequel to the Rule of Two with Darth Revan or Bastila or
Maybe they will, Mike. You never know. The problem is
yeah, but I
this.
don't want Kathleen Kennedy doing it. She's gonna make it girls holding hands and guys making out and fucking. It's gonna be all fucking weird. It's gonna be. They're gonna ruin the series. Like there's like you can include everybody in it, without making it weird and without ruining the storyline. I
Here's
don't know
the
how many
problem,
times we
Mike.
have to
Here,
do it.
listen to me. Listen, I'm gonna explain to you what the problem is.
The problem is you had all those A-list actors in those movies that you like with
No, that's
Kylo in
not the
them,
problem. That's not the problem.
and they limit them and they fucking make them seem like they're it's the worst. It's the worst seeing those people like
The problem is this, Mike. The problem is this, is that there's a vocal minority, and I want to call them a minority, a vocal minority of Star Wars fans who get on the internet and they bitch about everything. It doesn't matter what it is, they're gonna bitch and they're gonna bitch and they're gonna bitch. Doesn't matter. Nothing that Kathleen Kennedy can do is right. Nothing Star Wars can do is right. They're going to bitch. And the reason why they bitch, well, A, because most of them I don't think really have a life, but whatever. But they also bitch because they think they know everything about Star Wars and they think that whatever their ideas for Star Wars are better than everybody else's. And if the whoever makes the movies doesn't violates what they think should happen, then it's trash, it's garbage, it doesn't work, it's stupid, blah, blah, blah. And you're part of this crew, Mike, because if it doesn't follow your preconceived notions of what Star Wars should be, then immediately it has to be garbage. And then all you fans, you get on there and all you do is bash this and bash that. And then they don't stop making movies. And that's what they've done. They've kind of stopped making movies because of all this negative backlash for people who just, the reason they're complaining is they just don't like it because it doesn't jive with what they think should happen. Oh, Luke would never throw away his lightsaber. That's stupid. Well, it's not your fucking show. It's not your fucking, you didn't write it. Someone else wrote it.
if
The people who
you
are in
if
charge think
you
that's what happens, and that's what happens. Like it or
if
not.
dude, if you honestly watch those last three movies with do you have Academy Award winners in those fucking movies? Like
Well, let's think about the
if
last
you
three
no no
movies,
no no
Mike. Let's think. The
if
first
if
one of the
you
last
watch
The
if you
first movie
watch
of the last three movies basically parroted the script of A New Hope with minor differences. And when it came out, everybody loved it. But a lot of people said, "Oh, this is just a rehash. It's
not
this."
everybody loved it. A lot of
When
people
that
hated it.
when that
A
movie
lot
came
of
out,
people
it
hated
was universally everybody. There was not a Star Wars fan to say one bad word about it. Go back in time, like go look at the post. Go,
it.
no
What's the best
one
Star
hated that
Wars
movie.
video game of all time?
Then
What's the best Star Wars video game of all
we're
time?
not talking about that. Give me two more
What is
seconds.
the best
It,
Star Wars
like,
video game of
I
all
don't,
time?
anyone, there's a million of them. Anyone could say a whole bunch of different answers.
What is
Okay, the best Star Wars video game of all time is TIE Fighter from on
oh
the
dude,
original
you are
PC back in
fucking
1996.
I can't
You
even
never
have
even played it. Did you play
I
TIE
can't even
Fighter?
have
Did you
conversations with
play
you.
TIE Fighter from the PC back in 1996?
No, no.
You
Everybody,
do you know
everybody I've ever talked to has said there's Knights of the Old Republic are the best video games
no,
of all time.
TIE Fighter is
Period.
better than Knights of the Old Republic. You know why? First of all, it's a space combat simulator where you're flying a TIE fighter pilot. You're a TIE fighter pilot flying different versions of TIE fighters in space, killing rebels. What makes it even better than that, it has a storyline. You know what the storyline is? The storyline is you are a secret member of the Emperor's like inner circle. You are part of the Emperor's hand or whatever it's
I've
called. And
never
you
heard anybody say that that was the best
and
fucking
you
video.
do secret missions, and part of the secret missions you do, if like you have to do the secret parts of the missions, if you accomplish them, you rank up in the Emperor's secret society. It's awesome. And then you deal with you first of all, you kill a whole bunch of rebels, and then some stupid Imperials go rogue, and you have to wipe them out. It's awesome. It is purely
You don't turn to the
100%.
light side
Nope.
halfway through.
Never. You never turn the light side. All you're doing is killing
I've
rogue
never even heard that
Imperials
game mentioned.
and
You're part of the problem. You're part of
well,
the
the point is
closed-minded.
there's a million Star Wars games and everybody has their favorite. And
No,
lots of people will
that's
say Old Republic,
fucking.
Knights of the Old Republic or whatever it is. But
You're exactly why this franchise.
but
Yeah.
back to my original point. So the second movie, Last
No,
Jedi, came
back
out.
to my best.
It was
Kathleen
completely
Kennedy.
different. It was completely different. Everyone's like, "Oh no, that's not what Luke would do," and blah blah blah. I hate it because Luke didn't follow the same stupid archetype that everybody else has to follow. He's not like a superhero who does nothing wrong. He actually maybe has some thoughts and some different ideas about what it means to be a hero. Oh, we can't have that. Luke would never throw away his lightsaber. That's bullshit. So everyone hated that one. Not everyone. I thought it was fantastic. And then, of course, they did this course correction for the third movie, Rise of Skywalker, and they ruined everything. Like it's the Rise of Skywalker. I mean, it's got some good parts to it, but for the most part, it's not a good follow-up of the first two movies.
I hope Disney
It is
wakes
what it
up
is.
and doesn't adhere to the idiots like you out there who actually think those movies were good. I mean,
I think the first two were
there
good. I think the
the,
third one was
the only thing that saved those movies was Luke and Han Solo and Leia. Like the original cast of characters. Like
Yeah, you're
like
stuck in the You
here's
just said,
here
Mike,
no,
you
dude.
just said that we're done and we're
I will
tired with the
guarantee you
Skywalkers. And then you
if
just said the
you
only thing that was good was the old shit. You
okay,
are stuck
yeah,
in the
because
past,
that's the
Mike.
only dude. That's because Kylo Ren's one of the worst written characters in the history of Star Wars. Period.
No, he's one of the
Hands down.
best.
He is the worst
He's
written
by
character
far one
in
of the
all of Star Wars.
best because he actually has
If you
depth,
read the
then he's
books,
not a two-dimensional
if
character.
you read the
Mike,
books, the
Mike,
character
the
no,
books aren't
listen to
Star
me.
Wars, Mike. The
No,
books are not Star Wars. They're
yes, they
they're
are. The
they're
ones
no
that
longer
represent
canon, Mike.
that same timeline that he's not called Kylo Ren, he's called Ben Solo, I think. That's the character that should have been portrayed in the movies. Whatever, and I'll leave it at this because I got to go. But if you look at those main actors, like look at Poe, right? Look at Poe in other movies he's been in. Look at Kylo in other movies he's been in. Look at any of the main characters in other movies that they've been in. And they are 10 to 30 times better in any other fucking movie that they've ever been in than they are in those three movies. It is a fucking I I can't stand it. And the
So,
fact that you defend it, the fact that you
Mike,
defend such a
I didn't
poorly
listen to
written
half of what
character.
you just said, but because when I was searching the best Star Wars games of all time, and here's a list from IGN. Number one is Knights of the Old Republic. Number three is Star Wars TIE Fighter, which I mentioned, and but one you've never heard of. And I'm just going to read the description for you real quickly. TIE Fighter is still the best game about the Empire ever made. The sequel
All right.
to X-Wing casts you as a TIE pilot who has to navigate Imperial intrigue while
You
shooting
just
down
said
many,
all of them. I
many
don't care. It's
X-Wings,
great. It's number
Y-Wings,
three. Number three, not number
but it's
one.
in the top three according to this one
Number
list.
three.
But the
What's
point
number one
is,
again?
it's it's
What's
it's
number one
it
again?
is the only game. It's
A
one of the
BioWare
only games, if
classic. It
not the
basically put
only
BioWare
game
on the
where you
map. I
are
don't give a fuck
purely
about that game.
100% bad
Knights of the
guy.
Old Republic not only put
Mike,
BioWare on the map,
I
but it
think
changed
it's
the
the only.
gameplay for any game. You keep saying the same shit. I've
Well,
seen it.
for someone
I've,
who
I have
claims
heard of
to
it.
like the dark side, Mike, it's
Right.
the only Star Wars game out there where you're 100% dark side the entire game.
Just remember you're wrong that even the professionals say that the number
The
one Star
only
Wars game.
game that's 100% dark side the entire game is Star Wars
Right.
TIE Fighter,
Number
and
one.
you've never even played it.
You get
Hmm.
to choose what you want to do.
Poser. You're a damn poser, Mike.
You are the problem with what I'm talking about.
A
You just
damn
nailed it
poser.
on the head. You just showed
You
it to
think
the
you're dark
whole
side, Mike, but you're not. You're a
band
poser.
community. Uh,
You a
uh,
poser. Go have fun with whatever your plans are, Mike.
uh,
We can
unbelievable. I
we
can't
can
believe that Kathleen Kennedy makes so much money off of you. It's disgusting. You selling your
it's
soul
not
for that
just me, Mike.
trash.
It's not just
You
me.
poop mouth.
How much money do you
I
think
feel like
Kathleen
I'm an
Kennedy
anchor
got from
man.
how much
I
money
feel like
did
I'm an anchor man. Like you poopy poop mouth. You poop mouth.
oh poop mouth. On that note, Mike, I think we can call it a night. I know you've got things to
Yep.
do. You got big plans tomorrow, so I'm gonna let you go, buddy. But just remember, just why don't you just look it up, Star Wars TIE Fighter? You might enjoy it. It's a fun game.
All right. I'm out.
Later. Bye.